And good morning, everyone. Good morning, world. Good
Good
afternoon.
morning.
Good morning.
And
Morning.
welcome to our Sunday lives from dreams to reality. Woohoo. And today, as always, I have with me some of my favorite people, some of my business partners. Thank you for being here and welcome. And today's theme is about what I think it makes all the difference, what fuels us, right? Some habits that gives us energy. How do we get that energy, right? So we'll share with you what are some of those ways that we get more energy on those hard days, and how you can build maybe those habits that we can actually that can stick around, right? Or how to manage to get more energy. But before we go into the energy, let's do a quick round of intros. I'll start. I'm your host here, Dana, as always. I'm originally from Romania, living in Canada for over 20 something years now with my family. I'm a mom. I have two teenagers growing way too fast. By profession, I'm an IT manager. I still have my full-time job working in the corporate world for over 20 something years here. And also more recently, I'm also an online business owner. I have my own digital business, same like everyone here. And we'll talk more today about that business. So if you are new here, stick around, and probably you're not here by mistake. You are here because you are curious if this business is for you, or if you are able to start something same like we did. So stick around and we'll share more about this business with everyone. Okay, Grace, good morning. Good to see you, and happy Thanksgiving weekend. Do you want to introduce yourself, Grace? Can you
Good
hear us?
morning, Miss
Oh, okay.
Dana. Good morning so much. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you. Yeah, yeah. And happy Thanksgiving to all of you beautiful ladies and to all the viewers out there. My name is Grace and I live in Canada. I'm originally from India and I'm here in Canada I think, for more than 20 years, but I don't exactly remember how many years. But I'm a business owner for the last 5 years and recently I became boss free. I'm really happy about that. And सबको मेरा प्यार भरा नमस्ते। मेरा नाम ग्रेस है, कनाडा में रहती हूँ बहुत सालों से। तो शुरू में मुझे थोड़ा सा जैसे सबको प्रॉब्लम होती है मुझे भी हुई, लेकिन उसके बाद मैंने ये ऑनलाइन बिजनेस शुरू किया तो आई एम रियली वेरी हैप्पी कि मैंने ये किया और आज
Thank you, Grace. I don't know if it's my internet connection or yours, because it was up and down. I couldn't hear you. Okay, so I think it was your
thank you.
internet
Back to you
connection.
then.
I think it was your internet connection, Grace. We had
No.
some.
Delay.
I lost you for a bit, but I think you are back now. Looks like. Okay, so let's go to Moira. Good
Oh yeah,
afternoon.
can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes. Good evening, everybody from my side. It's just after 6 p.m. Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon to the rest of the world. I'm originally from South Africa, residing in the UAE now, 4 years plus. I'm doing my full-time job. I'm still a registered midwife. So just after this session, I'm going to go start my night duty. It's my second shift for the weekend. And I'm here with my family, and I'm a digital business owner. And I was excited about the topic tonight, and you really it made me think, all the questions also that was there. But I hope that everybody that tune in tonight, find inspiration, stick around. We are businesswomen from all over the world, and we find our joy and our energy amongst each other here, and this is why, it's always
Lift us up.
it's always a pleasure, to be around inspired people. like the panel tonight. And we are so many. There's thousands and thousands of us, So yeah, stick around. Thank you so much for joining and bless you all. Thanks, Dana.
Thank you, Moira. Vaida, good morning. Good to see you again.
Thank you, Miss Dana, and happy Sunday to you all, and happy Independent Day to you, Grace. Yes, if you are seeing me for the first time, my name is Vaida. I'm original from Ghana, and currently I'm in the US. I'm a mom of 3. I'm a registered nurse and proud digital business owner. Today, I'm so excited about the topic, your health comes first. You see me drinking my tea. If you have no energy, you cannot do the business. So your health comes first today. That is my topic. Within the Vida, I'm free Ghana, the same US. Many me couldn't me mommy and son and one. Me next, I'm a digital business owner. Which is share you say unfanka wajuma huam, pacho brahana beka yahu. Na share adia ye, meda was senior me shroud and count. Back to you, Miss Dana.
Thank you, Vaida. Tantika, good morning. Good to see you again. Happy Thanksgiving.
Hi, good morning. Thank you, Dana, for having us. And this is Thanksgiving at this part of this world in US and Canada. So happy Thanksgiving to all of you and to my viewers. So my name is Avantika. I live in Toronto, Canada for almost 18 years. And originally I am from Kolkata, India, but I'm living here with my family. I'm a full-time employee with the provincial government, but at the same time, I'm also doing this online digital business. And I'm also very excited, like, the other ladies, to talk about the topic of the day. So stay tuned. নমস্কার, আমার নাম অবন্তিকা। আমি অরিজিনালি কলকাতা ইন্ডিয়া থেকে, কিন্তু আমি টরন্টো কানাডায় থাকি 17 বছর। এখানে আমার ফ্যামিলির সাথে আমি একজন গভর্নমেন্টের হয়ে, এখানে প্রভিন্সিয়াল গভর্নমেন্টের হয়ে কাজ করি, কিন্তু তার সাথে আমি এই ডিজিটাল অনলাইন বিজনেসটা রান করছি। যদি আপনারা কেউ ইচ্ছুক থাকেন এ ব্যাপারে, সাথে থাকুন। কোনো প্রশ্ন থাকলে আমার সাথে যোগাযোগ করতে পারবেন। ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ ডেনা, ব্যাক টু ইউ।
Thank you, Avantika. And last but not least, Natalia. Bună dimineața. Good morning. Good to see you.
Bună dimineața, Dana. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, world. It's a pleasure to be on Dana's page. It's fun. So my name is Natalia. I'm from Republic of Moldova, and I live more than 15 years now in the United States and Washington State. By profession, I'm decorative artist, but in the United States, I'm working as substitute teacher in many schools and centers and childcare. So I'm also running on the side online business, which is in digital marketing. And like every one of my business partners, I'm very excited every day about any topics of this business. So, bună seara, bună dimineața, țara mea. Dacă sunteți și ne vedeți astăzi pe paginile noastre, vă rog frumos să ne lăsați un comentariu, să ne întrebați dacă aveți ceva și noi vom răspunde cu mare plăcere. Suntem aici în vizită la Dana, suntem toți parteneri de business, în online business. E un business care ne ajută să avem o sursă de venit în plus pe lângă joburile care le avem. Dacă sunteți cointeresați, lăsați un mesaj și noi vom reveni cu mare plăcere. Thank you very much. Back to you, Dana.
Thank you, Natalia. And thank you again, everyone, for being here on this Sunday morning, afternoon, or evening. I know some of you rushing to work, some of you excited to start the day, but always happy to share from our passion about this business. And before we talk, get practical about habits on how we get the energy. As always, let's talk a bit about what this business is about, no matter if you are for the first time listening to us, or maybe you've been listening to us for a couple of these lives. And if you are still wondering what is this business is about, well, It's a proven digital system. It's like an online franchise that is designed to help everyday people, regardless of your background or experience or your age, to build an income stream, to build your own digital business. And that's why we are here. We started this as a side hustle. You see, most of us, except Grace, who's the lucky one who's doing this full time, most of the rest of us are doing this as a side hustle for now, as a part time. And that's the
Dana, I think you froze for a moment. We cannot really hear you.
So it's froze. So let's continue. So we help everyday people start your own business. So wherever you are and you are watching us, if you're looking for something to add to your job, we are here. We also have our full-time job, except Grace, and we are doing this for our side hustle. So we are
trying to see
encouraging
if I can
anyone.
get back. Am
Yeah,
I
you're
back?
back. Yeah.
Okay. That's strange because I could hear you, but it was still flickery. Okay. We are back in business. I don't know. I think it's my internet that's up and down, or maybe everyone has problems this morning. So going back to this business, right? It gives you flexibility, financial security, time freedom, right? As long as you have an internet connection and a phone or laptop, you can do this business. It's not about selling to friends or family, not about, staying glued to a business or having to be somewhere, because it has an automated system. It has a step-by-step training. So you learn as you earn through this business. And most important, it has this amazing business community. So you get a mentor, you get a coach, but also you get to be part of a community of thousands of people, all with the right mindset, all with dreamers who are actually doers, who took action and want to make a change in their life. And when you are surrounded of people with this type of energy, you get that energy. And I'm sure it will come in today's discussion about, how you get the energy when you don't have it. Well, having the right people around you help a lot, right? So again, no experience needed. You can work from anywhere. It's like a business in a pocket. It gives you everything you need as long as you come with the right mindset to be teachable, to be coachable, to want to make a change in your life. We'll show you how. You just have to bring your strong why, right? Your strong reason of why you want to change. And the rest will show you how to do it step by step. That's why we are here. Okay. I think, who did we lose? Vida. Looks like she is still trying to get back in. But let's start off talking about, how do we get the energy? Because we all have busy lives, right? We have our family as moms. We have, many hats that we are wearing. We have our work, and then you also have want to run a business. So it's always hard to feel every day that you have energy for doing all. And I do get that asked a lot, how you do it all. Well, I don't do it all. I prioritize and I decide what is important for me to do every single day. Grace, if I start with you, and hopefully you can hear me, and I see we got Vida back also.
Yes.
On those days when maybe your energy is not at 100%, or maybe you are always at 100, but how do you reset when your energy is low? What's your fuel?
Yeah, thank you so much, Jana, for asking me this question. And it's quite obvious, like even if we are working online and not offline, we are still like feel sometimes drained, sometimes we are stressed out, sometimes we are feeling low because something that we are expecting in our business is not going according to our plans. So it could be anything, any reason when you sometimes feel low and drained and your energy is low. And sometimes you know that you're supposed to do something, but because of your low energy, you don't want to do it. So in that moment, or in those moments, what I do personally, like my morning routine is that I do meditation every morning. So that gives me a positive mindset. That gives me an energy to go during the day. But sometimes that's not enough, because maybe by the evening or by the afternoon I'm still drained, and my all energy is gone, and I'm not feeling like doing much in my business. At that time, I just close my eyes and I reflect upon myself that okay, Grace, what's happening? Because when you're strained, when your energy is low, it could be because of your mental energy, it could be because of your physical energy is low, right? So even in the mind, if you are still like energetic, okay, you do it, but your body is saying, no, relax, I need rest. So I try to listen to my body and I try to listen to my mind. At that time, I just take a deep breath. I just either go out for a walk, or I just think, okay, because I like cooking too. So what I do, okay, let me cook something. So I just leave my laptop alone, and I would just go like downstairs in the kitchen and I would cook something. And while I'm cooking, I would just watch something, and that would take my mind off of whatever the stress I was going through before that, or whatever is the energy. And sometimes I give myself a long break, not just like 10, 15, 20 minutes. It depends upon like how my mindset is at that time. So I give myself break, and then I come back again on my business. And then even then I still take it easy. I don't push myself too much, at least in that day, because I know that my energy is low. Because if my energy is low, and that's the way I would present myself in front of, if I'm doing some live, or even if I'm doing some post, that my energy would go in that post. So I make sure that when I'm doing it, I do I do it like with my full positive energy. Sometimes what happens that we say that even if you're like low or something, you need to show up anyway. That's what they say sometimes, right? So in those cases, when I know that okay, because that's my time, I need to show up, I show up, but with again with that low energy. Because but I change my topic. Instead of saying all good things and being positive and all that, I talk about my energy that time, what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling low, and when I keep talking, that again gives me another good energy back, because I take it out. So that's how I change it. So yes, so for me the first thing is my, like, the meditation. And sometimes what happens, even in the business, sometimes I feel like, okay, I'm not getting the result that I want to, but then I think about my why. I think about my family. Okay, why I started this business initially, and this business has made me boss free. So I remind myself, Grace, you are really doing good. Keep going. So all these things I incorporate in my life, in my mind, whenever I'm feeling low in my energy. Thank you so much, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Grace, for sharing your habits, right? So, yeah, it's very important to get some daily habits, daily routine, whatever works for you, right? And especially on those days when we are low, those habits are kicking in, so it makes it much easier. You don't need to put extra effort to figure out what to do something, right? But it's not always easy to create those habits, right? We know that they say it depends who you ask. Some specialists say that it takes 90 days of doing something repeatedly to create a habit. Some say even 30 days. I don't know. What I know is that it's hard even for 30 days to build a new habit, right? Especially if you try to copy what worked for others. It's like, wow, Grace, this worked for her. I'll try to do it. But if it doesn't fit my lifestyle or my, right, like 5 minutes in the morning to do some meditation seems easy. Seems like everyone can fit in their lives. But then if you try to squish it in your life, you might find that it doesn't work, right? My mornings are so crazy that 5 minutes meditation will be so forced sometimes that will not work, right? So you have to find what works for you. I think that's the biggest secret. But find something, right? Don't just say like, yeah, I cannot just find something. My life is too crazy. It's hard to find, right? Try to find something.
Yeah.
Moira, if I ask you, we talk about habits and we know are important, but also motivation to build those habits. Do you believe that habits or motivation are more important? What's your take on that?
You know what, Dana? I was thinking about that question, and thank you, for all of these amazing questions. And I honestly, to be honest, I believe both, play an amazing, equal role. But if it was me to choose, I think I would say that habits matters more, because habit is something, is an action that you need to do, consistently, something that you need to do every day, right? Motivation gets us started, but it's that spark that makes you say, okay, let's do this. Motivation doesn't always, it's not always there. Like the other morning when I had to, pull my body up, and I had to go to the gym, because sometimes, to be honest, sometimes you feel inspired, and there are those days that you're not so inspired. You're not in the mood. You don't feel like doing something, right? It's okay. We are human, right? We are human, and we go through this. This is just part of life, right? That is where our habits are coming in. Our habits is something that you build every day. It's like you said now, Dana, you have to find something. You need to find something that is going to be that's going to fit your lifestyle. It's going to fit your time. I said the other day, you're doing it also in small, consistent actions that you take every single day. That's consistency. Yeah, you don't have to wait. Like feel like doing it, but you just do it. So habits create a structure, and structure creates results at the end of the day, right? So if I make an example, in our digital business, there are days when we don't feel our best, but because we are building something. This is a habit. We are building an amazing business, right? Legacy for our kids. We show up, we learn, we connect, we keep going, right? And that is where the consistency brings, right, the joy and the growth that we need. There's a quote of John Maxwell that says, motivation gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing. I love that quote. So motivation lights the fire, but let your habit also keep it burning. That is what I want to add as well, right? Because if we consistently do our actions, right, and if we are surrounded by people that inspires us, that motivates us, and that's where the motivation comes. Motivation, as I said, gets you going, but discipline keeps you growing, right? So that is why I say that habits matter more, because this is something that you do, something that you need to do at the end of the day, because there is a goal that you set for yourself, and you see the end results. But how are you going to get to the end results? There's some things that you need to do. There's things that you need to do every single day to get there. Just before I want to finish up, I don't want to be long, because I still need to go to work, as I said, Dana. A Bible verse that is so resonating also with this topic. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That is in Galatians 6 verse 9. So let's not wait for motivation every day. Let's build habits that reflect your purpose and your values, because in the end, it's the little things that we do consistently that leads to the big changes. Thank you so much, Dana.
So nicely said, Moira. Thank you. Yeah, we definitely need both. I agree. And I was thinking of an analogy. We all have cars, so you drive a car every day. And if I think of a car, I think the battery is that motivation, right? It gives that spark to get started. But the habits is the gas, right? You need both. You need the gas to keep moving, but from time to time you need the battery to give another spark when you need it to start it, when you, I don't know, turn off the AC or turn on the AC or whatever, a light there, you may need the battery again. So you kind of need both. And if you have the good habits, if you have the fuel, you can get along. Once you get started, you can get along without the battery, right? Without the motivation. So that's kind of how I'm thinking, right? You need the motivation to get you started, but then once you build those habits, you kind of go by the energy that you created, by the momentum that you created, right? So, but definitely you cannot lose that motivation. If you lose the motivation, the gas will run out at some point, and then you'll not be able to restart again, right? So it's very important to have both. But then how do you maintain both, right? And Vaida, as a nurse, share with us health. Let's talk about a bit about our, because we are all, as moms, as, heads of family, we always take care of everyone else. We do business, we do the work, and sometimes you forget to take care of yourself. Or maybe you don't forget, but you are the last on the list. You are the bottom, and at the end of the day, you didn't get to yourself, to your self-care. So how has health, regardless if it's, what you eat, how much you sleep, exercise, all of this together impact your energy every day or everyone's energy?
Thank you, Ms. Dana. First of all, I would say health plays a massive role in how we show up for our business every single day. When I take care of my body by getting enough sleep, that is one of the most important things. By getting enough sleep, stay active. When you eat good or get enough sleep, we all know when we don't sleep good, your cognitive level will not work. When you don't get to sleep, the first place, you become most confused. Sometimes you even have your car key and you are looking for it because you are tired. Nobody will tell you that you are tired. You yourself will know you are tired. And eating nutritious food, I noticed that a huge difference in what? By focusing. When you eat good and you have enough sleep, you know that your focus is very strong. Anything that you are doing, all your energies in there. And then you show up consistency. Because when you are healthy, you are happy and everything goes smoothly. But when you are tired, you are crampy, somebody will just say even small thing and you become angry. It's not you. You are tired and your body is telling that you are tired. By mind, when you sleep good, your mind feels clear. Everything is clear. My energy lasts longer. And I am able to what? To lead anything that I'm doing, you function properly. But when you don't sleep, everything is backwards. So on the other hand, when I neglect my health, it will reflect in everything that you are doing. That's what I said. It will reflect. You yourself will know your appearance will show that you are tired. Anything doesn't go well because when you are tired, you don't function properly. Sometimes even driving, you are in the car, you are sleeping. That is where most people get accident. Because you are in the traffic light, you are tired. Sometimes you fall asleep while the light is on and you are still there. If you are not lucky, anything can happen. So health play a very massive role in this, our business. So that is what I'm going to say. Anybody watching us, health is very, very important. When you are healthy, you bring a good productivity. But when you are tired, everything is rough. You don't bring any good productivity. You cannot pour from an empty cup. We all know. I work in the night. The first thing when I come home, I have to eat. I have to take my tea before I can sit down on the computer. If I don't eat and I sit down here, I'll be telling anything, you will see me that I'm tired. So you cannot do it from the empty can. You have to be healthy by yourself before. Get enough sleep, eat proper food before you can function properly. So anybody watching us, whatever you are, anything that you are doing, let your health come first before you can produce a good fruit. Without your health, you cannot produce any good fruit. Thank you so much, Ms. Dana, and back to you.
Thank you, Vaida. So true, right? You cannot pour for an empty cup, but you can fill up your cup. Whenever time it gets empty, you can fill it up. And that's the important part, right? Like I say in the airplane, put your mask, your air mask first before you help others. You cannot help others if your energy is low. It will just drain you even more. And those people that you try to help, they'll feel it, right? So, yes, take care of yourself. And I know sometimes it feels so selfish to put yourself first, and maybe, not your family, not your business, not your kids, especially. But keep in mind that it's doesn't help anyone if you try to help them when you are at the lowest. So take those 5-10 minutes, half an hour. Sometimes you don't need half an hour, you don't need half a day to get your energy up, to refill your cup, right? Sometimes it's maybe like 5 minutes of meditation, or 10 minutes to go for a walk, and it's enough to be able to be at 100%, or at least at the 80%, but not at the 10%, right? When you try to be there for whoever needs you. Avantika, if I ask you, share with us, I don't know, some small habit that you would recommend for everyone listening. What's something that you go to fill up your cup?
Thank you so much, Dana. And yes, that's a really great question. And truly said, this small thing is still keeping me motivated, not only for my online digital business, even for my personal life. So what I would say that for myself, at least, I believe that to make a very significant and positive impact, one small but mighty habit is my daily 2 minutes reset. So how does this work? This practice involve, consciously and intentionally just pausing for 2 minutes to clean up, organized, and prepare my physical space and my digital space, I would say. So this habit works very small, but the consistent action, like daily basis, this actually compound over the time. And it always helps, for giving me a sense of control that what I'm doing or what I need to do on the next day, like that. So this 2 minute reset, I learned, by reading some books, I would say, and I always apply that in my personal life because it helps me to organize. And because the core principle is that when I'm doing something productive, even for just 2 minutes, this is making it like too small to fail. That means I'm not giving up. Even if it's for 2 minutes, I know that I'm still a part of it and I'm still doing it. What usually I do in this regards, that before, probably at night, before I go to bed, I use this 2 minute, maybe to close for my digital space, I would say, maybe to close the unnecessary browser, which I don't really need, or I organize my open documents, or if I need to do anything quickly so that I can make a fresh start on the next day, I always try to do that. This is the way I organize my digital workspace. Exactly same like, after eating the dinner, instead of just piling up all the dirty dishes in the sink, if I will just take 2 minutes or 5 minutes time to clean my own dish and my own, utensils. So that means what? Next morning, I'm getting a fresh, clean kitchen, right? So exactly that's the way it works, both in physical space and in digital space. So I always believe in that, and truly said, I also try to teach it to my kids, my children, that, even a small 2 minutes when you wake up in the morning, the first thing, clean up your bed and then, start your day, right? So because these small little things in the long run makes a lot of difference to be an organized person. So that's what I believe. So I read a book, one of the bestseller author, James Clear, he explains in this regards that your action casts the vote for the type of person you want to become. So each time you do a 2 minute reset, that means you vote for being an organized and in control person, making the future progress much easier. So I really like that after reading that book, and that's what I just try to apply on my daily life. And I find myself that helps me to become a better person every day. So that's why I would recommend that everyone, who is looking for maybe a little clue that how to make your life more organized, this might be helpful for you. Thank you, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Avantika. Oh, yes. It's so, and thank you for sharing. I love the make your bed thing. I'm a true believer that you start your day by making your bed. And it took me a while to get my kids into that routine because as young kids, they were doing it. And then as they grew older, it's like, I don't have time. Yeah, then you wake up 2 minutes earlier to do the bed, right? It's like, why? I go back in it past night. Yes, you still do it. Right. And it's one of those habits that I think it keeps you. And I again, it depends on personality too. I like to be organized. So I totally agree with you. May not work for everyone. Some people thrive in chaos. And my husband is one of them. Although he makes his bed, but his office is, but he always finds his stuff. So it depends on who you are. But you need to have some kind of organization, some kind of ways for you to function. And totally agree. I think having it clean and organized by your own, whatever works, it helps you, focus better and maybe start the next day or the next tasks with a clean plate, right? So yeah, we talked about different type of habits and health and but Natalia, I want to talk a bit about how, so you have that energy, how you protect it from negativity, right? Because we get that, right? You create those habits, you put the energy, you get car going, and then something is stopping, something, how do you protect all that energy from the people around you? Because we know, right? No matter what you do, no matter where you are, you'll have some naysayer, you'll have some people who will try to stop you. And sometimes, and that's the hard part, maybe the closest people, right? A total stranger may say, yes, good job, Natalia, keep going. And a close friend or a family may say, yeah, why are you doing that? Yeah, stop doing it, right?
Exactly. It's not for you.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, Dana. Wonderful question is actually, first time when I heard about negativity, I was student in a university for a year. And the professor of psychology of creativity told us that we have connection of universe. How your thoughts are, that they go in universe, they are working there and they come that energy back to you in the same way which you send it. So you send negativity, you get negativity. You send positivity, you get back positivity. So from that day, I start to switch my mind, and I try to reject the negativity. So how I stay, I try to switch my mindset. So I said, okay, I check what you give me if it's negativity, and I process that negativity for 5-10 minutes. Then I remember that I have to send to universe my positive energy. So I said, okay, I get it, but something maybe people don't know around me that who I am deep inside. So I try to every day to forget about that negativity and put away. But yes, the hardest time I found when people around you, which you think they have to be the first place to protect and to help you of positivity, they are always say, no, this is not for you. You'll even in a business, you'll spend money and you'll get nowhere. And I say, look, so many people, it's thousands, it's more than 200,000 people do this. How can you put me one, which I get on that 2,000, say, no, this is not for you. So I try to say, okay, I'll prove you. Because in this case, you cannot deal with this negativity and only to prove it, opposite of negativity. Also, if negativity is strong, I just try to, like Grace said, I like to bake and cook. I go to do something. I put music. Or if I'm drained of this negativity, I can go and watch a fragment of my favorite history movies, which I like it. So I try to go with my children outside. So something that clears my mind and stay away from this. But I trained so many years negativity that, it's getting me maybe 5-10 minutes and then I ignore it because I don't need this in my life. I don't, I like to attract positivity and to have that aura, like said, which helps me to focus on my business, to focus on my tasks, to focus on my children, because we moms have a lot of things to handle. So we don't have time for negativity. Otherwise, everything is negative after us. So yeah, in this way, I try. I think it exists many other stuff, but personally, this is what I do. Thank you, Dana. Back to you.
Thank you, Natalia, for sharing. And yes, I am a strong believer that whatever energy you put in the universe, that's what you'll get back, right? And I love how you say, right? If you realize that you get some negative energy, maybe think like, hey, what did I put out? Maybe it's you, maybe it's not only people around you. And sometimes we don't even realize, right? We do it without even realizing. It could be that the people around you influence what you put out there, but you cannot change always all the people around you. Yes, you can be part of this community, but still you may have some negativity around you. So yes, you have to deal with it every day. Start with your thoughts, start with what you put out there. And then slowly, you'll prove it for the people around you and you'll get less and less of that negativity. You'll never be without any negativity around you. That's the life, the world we live in. And that's okay, right? We have to be able to balance everything. But if you work on your mindset, if you work on what thoughts you put out there, if you work on your dreams, right? And if you take those habits, those small things, that will create momentum, then I think you'll shift your daily habits, you'll shift your mindset to align more with your dreams, with the one that you want to become. I think Abanti or someone was saying, right? Think of what you want to become and put your energy to become that person if you are not that person today. So yes, thank you everyone for sharing. I hope today's theme was maybe made you think of your daily habits, maybe made you think if you do something every day that gets you closer to that dream life. And if you are listening to us, then maybe you are here for a reason. You are here because you want that change. And as I said at the beginning, we have the how. We have this amazing business model that will help you get there. If you come with that strong why, with that reason that you have to want to make the change, we'll show you the steps. So reach out to any of us. We are here to help you, to guide you. Register on our business pages, watch that info session, come with questions, and we'll take you from there. So thank you again, everyone. Have an amazing rest of your Sunday and a good week, and see you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dana. Thank you, everybody. God bless. Bye.